start the game of game number 4 of Licorice Coke versus Drunken Puking. So it's 3-0. Licorice Coke is up 3-0. And well, 3-0, that's quite the deficit to come back from. Drunken Puking, I think he's just taking this quite lax. It's Monday. He's kind of chillaxing. What he tells me on Monday, after work, he doesn't want to focus too hard. So he's probably maybe kind of bummed at how the situation has gone, but hey, he can't be that bummed, man. It's a Monday. So, wave 1 auto start. This is probably the best and worst start. I mean, it's the best start technically for both players, but it's all about who's greedier. How many Terminators do you make on wave 1? Do you sell the first Terminator to make the Pulverizer for wave 2? Do you anticipate that your opponent doesn't send anything to wave 2 and keep the 3 Terminators so you can make a Pulverizer and 2 no, they're called Terminators, right? And 2 Obliterators to hold wave 10 easily. All mind games, all poker-esque. How well do you read your opponent in this situation? Do you know what they go in this situation? When do you send in this situation? And it looks like... Oh, did Drunken Puking send wave 1? What? Yes, he did. He sent wave 1. I believe so. Yeah. Okay, well, he had to send minerals if he wanted to sell for the Pulverizer, but I didn't think he sent wave 1. Nope. Okay, looks like he sent wave 2. Yeah. Maybe he sent one link a little bit too early, but yeah, wave 1 send was an accident. You definitely see that, but however, Licorice Coke, he bought it. When I say bought it, I mean he built this Aqua Spirit. And he'll hold this no problem, but Drunken Puking, this will allow him to go up to 2 workers with his Pulverizer. Licorice Coke will probably be able to identify this quite quickly if he looks at the rate at which his opponent's cubes go down. If he sees a lot of them go down all at once, he'll know the Drunk has the Pulverizer. Okay, he sends a Zealot. He's hoping for the stuns on the Pulverizer. Unfortunately for him, Drunk has also built a Spectre to help hold this wave, and he'll hold it no problem. Licorice Coke now getting a second worker, Drunk working on his third. So Drunk is definitely ahead in the Econ game, kind of harkening back to the last game where he started out with that vet opening. Going for his answer to Licorice Coke seems to be early game gas bombing aggression to get an advantage, followed up by some type of mid-game aggression. It really didn't let Licorice Coke get on any type of solid footing in the early game. He wasn't able to orb as he wanted to in the previous first 2 games, but Licorice Coke even says you got a Pulverizer, and nope. Looks like he has read this quite a little bit incorrectly, but he'll find out in wave 5. And Licorice Coke going up to 3 workers, Drunken Puking going up to his 4th worker. Let's look at their gas counts. This will show us when they want to bomb. Drunken Puking looks like he might go for something on 6, which, no, probably not. He's expecting a Pulverizer from Licorice Coke most likely. So he'll probably hold on to this gas supply trick to hold on to 130 or 125 gas. And he'll probably go maybe for an Immortal or 2 Auras or a Medic Muta on wave 7, which is when auto is a little weak. From the looks of it, nope, he's going to go for a Medic on this wave. Very smart given the circumstances. Looking at Lick's board, oh no, he's built a pulverizer. Okay, Lick's having none of this, saying, "No, man, you're probably gonna bomb me. You can bomb. It's not that you're probably, but you can bomb me on this wave. And if you do, I'll get behind." So Licorice Coke playing it safe. Drunken Puking going swinging for the fences on wave number 6. Licorice Coke sees this and he's very happy by this. After he kills his wave, he'll go up to his first speed and bomb or orb whenever he chooses. And Drunken Puking is going to be a little bit disappointed by this. Now he has to account for a possible 7 bomb. He's gone a little bit, well, he's gone for 4 workers plus speed number 1. And if Licorice bombs him heavily on this wave, he may indeed leak. He's definitely going to have to upgrade one of these two. Fortunately for him, looks like Licorice Coke has gone with his comfort zone, gone with what's worked for him in games 1 and 2, gone with how many other ways can I see this? His trump card, his comfort zone, his style of playing, which is orbing. And it's pretty good because Drunken Puking didn't have a very good answer for it in the first 2 games. And let's see what they're going to do. Drunken Puking opting to go for Mass Slings on 8. That's quite uncommon. Normally you don't do Mass Slings on 8 versus an auto user, because an auto user has a pulverizer, and pulverizers shred lings, and usually you have an obliterator with them, and obliterators do very well against armored creatures, which round 8 is. Drunken Puking will see this. Maybe he's hoping Licorice Coke went a little greedy and only went for one of these, in which case this might work. However, Licorice Coke playing a bit more safe this round, and it's really paid off for him. You can see that Terminator guarded for this pulverizer. He's going to hold this no problem. And Licorice Coke, 6 workers. This is very unfortunate for Drunken Puking. He now is forced to go for this wave because double aura on wave 9 is extremely devastating to an auto player, or a player who uses a lot of auto. And Licorice Coke is able to do this quite easily because he said, "Drunken Puking, you blew all your gas on that wave. I can go for a very thin defense on this wave." And he might even be hoping to leak on this wave to send a lot of stuff at Drunken Puking next wave. We'll have to see. Both see nothing, and Drunken Puking might be saying, "Ooh, man, I don't know. Is he going to bomb me in wave 10? I haven't seen it yet, or I haven't seen an effective one yet. It's only been like 5 lings most." And Licorice Coke might be exploiting this, playing to the best of in the series, saying, "Hey, I'm going to bomb you on this wave that I haven't really shown in the past previous games." Switching it up, very devastating on this game number 4, in which it's match point for Drunken Puking. Licorice Coke even playing greedy, going for the 2 pulverizers instead of making one into an obliterator to be safe. However, he is perfectly fine since Drunken Puking is opted not to bomb him on this wave. He'll look at the sends, see the mortal and a lot of lings. He has prepared for this, but he's relying on this Mercurial. He's relying on the pathing, saying, "Okay, this is gonna kill all these I was gonna say monsters. I'm used to card games, but all these creatures, all these towers before it hits my final Mercurial," and he's correct. Drunken Puking now, auto versus auto game. He's got the Terminator lead. And as you know, in an auto versus auto battle, Terminator leads equals more pulverizers, more obliterators, which leads to eventually better econ later game because of the safety that you get when you upgrade them. You can hold lots of different gas bombs, but Licorice Coke, it might not matter because Licorice Coke is already so far ahead in terms of econ. He is now going up to 9 workers. He's probably going to get a second speed as well, not afraid of leaking to a 12 bomb, which Drunken Puking hasn't shown him in their whole entire series. And even if he did choose to Gas Bomb on this wave, Licorice Coke already has his third Pulverizer. And Pulverizers destroy massive amounts of Lings. And if you have 3 of them, you're definitely going to hold waves 12, 13, and you have to worry a little bit about 14, but Licorice Coke can easily counter that later on. He'll probably get this 120 speed once he kills this, and maybe 13, or if he wants to play really safe, he might orb a little bit for wave 14 or 15 bomb. Let's look at the standings. Licorice Coke is ahead by 1 worker. He's 200 and almost 50 gas up. Drunk and Puking has opted to... Oh no, my bad. I thought Drunk and Puking orbed. Looks like he's sent on wave 12. Well, didn't matter. Licorice Coke, 3 Pulverizers, holds no problem. Or maybe he didn't bomb. I don't think I saw it. I think Drunk and Puking was just at 4 workers and had to, or 5 workers and just had to drone up on waves 10 and 11 really hard. And just had a low worker count, or gas count. So Licorice Coke holds us no problem. Drunk and Puking holds us no problem. Drunk and Puking has to worry about a wave 14 bomb, which Lick now shows him. He's going for the Megaling, which he hasn't sent on wave 14 in any of the previous games. He sent Goliath, Tank, and a bunch of buffer units. I think he meant to say Goliath, Mothership, and a bunch of buffer units, but going for the Megaling seems to be an anti-auto strat. Drunk and Puking go up to 1060 value, 3 Pulverizers, 2 Obliterators, but he is low in terms of his tank count. He's only got his Guardian, really. The tank, and the tank goes down. Now it's going up to his DPS tanks, which unfortunately don't tank very well in this wave. And Licorice Coke holds this no problem with 870 value, since Drunk and Puking didn't send. Drunk and Puking leaks 3 creeps plus the Megaling. And looking at his SS, it is unupgraded. Ooh, this is bad. He has to upgrade improved targeting in order to kill the Megaling. If he doesn't kill the Megaling, if he didn't upgrade his SS, he wouldn't be able to kill the Megaling before he killed his SS. So he's targeting that down now. Nope, he's going for the creeps first. And now targeting the Megaling, he'll survive, but his SS will take a bit of a blow. This allows Lick to, excuse me, drone up if he wishes to, or potentially defend against a wave 15 bomb. Looks like Licorice Coke is holding on to his money, saying you only saw 1 orb up into your SS, so I'm gonna have to defend with all my minerals at this wave. Smart decision, as we can see. Drunk and Puking could have bombed on this wave, but he's opting to hold on to it for wave 16 bomb, which worked quite well for him actually last game. Licorice Coke bombing on this wave. As you can see, a lot of buffer units, and this is quite smart of him normally if your opponent has a lot of auto, because it causes it moves the units out of the way and causes these lurkers to run into your opponent's auto units, messing up your auto units AI. But Drunk and Puking with the Mercurials hold this just fine. Drunk and Puking is now free to drone up at least 2, while Licorice Coke is just sitting and holding on to his gas. He needs to make a decision right now if he wants to put more into defense, or okay. If you go into defense with this Warden, it'll crush any Lings that are sent against him, and fortunately for him, that's exactly what Drunk and Puking is doing. Mass Lings, Queen, Goliath, and Amuda, and Licorice Coke will say, thank you. Oh, whoa, did he sell the Warden? Did he sell the Warden? He made a Soul of Villains instead. Okay, well, with the 3 Pulverizers, he'll still hold this quite well. And he'll choose to bomb him this way with the Hellion, a couple of auras. Drunk and Puking now, only just now droning up. He's doing this right now because of the 3 Pulverizers, which do very well in wave 17. However, Licorice Coke looks like he just wants to brute force his way through, and if Drunken Puking's tanks don't hold up, he may just leak this wave with sub 1300 value. We'll have to see. I think, is there a DT in there as well? Ooh, Drunken Puking. Oh, he might leak quite badly. Ooh, yep. Okay, he's killed a couple more creeps, kills the Goliath, almost kills the Mortal, just barely doesn't. Only leaks 3 creeps, the Hellion and the Mortal. He invested 2 into his RBG, but he'll be able to hold this with the orbs that he has now, so no need to invest more into his SS. Drones up to 12. Licorice Cook, on the other hand, has 13, plus his 3rd speed, so he's up by 100 in gas count, and 200 in terms of actual gas. He can bomb next wave if he wants to. Looks like he's just going to send a couple lings, threaten a wave 19 bomb. Whether he actually does wave 19 bomb or orbs up, it's up to him, since pulverizers do quite well against wave 19. We'll have to see. Have to see. Drunken Puking's actually got not a bad composition for wave 19 gas bomb. This Warden will push away the units, also to splash spell damage, and these pulverizers are even more splash. What Drunk has to really worry about is wave 20. And he'll see the lings. He will, I assume, invest all of this gas into orbing. Nope, just one more into RRR. And here comes Licorice's coup de grace. The Broodlord, Goliath, Mothership Core, anti-auto, anti-pyro sends, and going up to 15 workers, 1450 value. He's not afraid of any bombing from Drunken Puking, and he's completely right. Drunken Puking only has 100 so gas because he's investing it all into sub cannons and improved targeting because he knows his gas bomb is coming. Going up to 1700 value as well. Will he be able to hold this with the Elite Warden and the triple pulverizer? We'll have to see. Oh, he's also got the Spawn of Dragon. Oh, looks like his unit composition is just effective enough in order to hold this off. Good job, Drunken Puking. You held this off, no problem. Even droning up. So, after holding this, Drunken Puking says, hey, that's all your gas? I'm going to drone up for wave 20 because you're probably not going to bomb. Wrong. Licorice Coke going for the Queen and mass lings. However, Drunken Puking, this Warden will kill all the lings, as will the pulverizers, but Drunken Puking is relying on this Mercurial for all his debuffs. And looks like Licorice Coke might have had just the 1-up on him once again. Even though this gas bomb isn't as effective as saving for wave 20, it's still quite lethal. If Drunken Puking leaks this wave, he might not be able to recover from it. Let's find out. Oh, the splash damage from the Fatty killing all the auto units, now killing the Elite Warden, and he'll definitely kill the Mercurial, and his Fatty is at over 2,000 health. Drunken Puking on the back foot. He's gonna have to invest all his gas into upping his SS. And Licorice Coke's 19 wave 20 send has got Drunken Puking in quite a bind. And looking at Licorice Coke, he's just gonna send again. Gonna keep on sending, keep on applying the pressure, keep Drunken Puking from really droning up, and he's just leaning on it, leaning on his advantage, which is what you should do when you're ahead. 240, saying you've sent all your gas in your SS, you're not going to be able to bomb me effectively, which is correct in his position because, well, he's ahead and Drunken Puking is behind. And now Drunken Puking forced to, oops, my bad, it's alarm. Drunken Puking sees the gas bomb, however, the splash from the pulverizers will still do quite well on this wave. He might not leak actually, no, oh, just barely. He's gonna leak 5 creeps in the Megaling. Let's look at his SS. He's got RBG and improved targeting down fully, so he'll hold this no problem, but Licorice Coke in the meantime, what's he doing with his gas? He's not investing that much into orbs. He's just droning up, sending DT, Hellion, and Goliath on this wave, just leaning on his opponent. And we'll have to see if Drunken Puking expects this. Looks like he's making the Dragon Aspect for defense. He might have an inkling that this is coming. However, he's pretty far. Okay, so he's basically doing the minor thing that you can do, which is save up his gas for one major gas bomb. He might just die here, but this would work if your opponent is greedy. I know because I've been in this position. Because I've lost to this where you save up for one major gas bomb and you just lean on your opponent. But if you catch your opponent when they're greedy and your SS is good enough to clean up this wave, this right now is giving him more gas to form a more effective gas bomb. And Licorice Coke, while he is way ahead in the economy, if he gets too greedy, he's spending all his gas, so his gas bombs aren't as effective as Drunken Puking's are. So look at that. Drunken Puking now only 400 behind the gas cap. And he is going to make some more units for buffers for 24. Yeah, he needs to drone up a little bit too. I mean, he obviously won't be able to catch up to the Lick in any possible way, but he needs to save for a one-shot gas bomb timing. That's basically where his hopes lie. Best case scenario, he gets a base trade and his SS is quite buff, so he'll be able to kill it no problem. He's nothing on 23. Licorice Coke is going to bomb on 24 with Broodlord, Colossus, Queen, most likely, okay, Goliath, and most likely a bunch of buffer units or mass Broodlords. Drunken Puking definitely doesn't have enough to hold this, but he's going to counter Gas Bomb with Broodlords and a Colossus of his own. He's hoping that Licorice Coke has been too greedy in the meantime and will not be able to hold this wave. In that case, Drunken Puking would be able to hold a base race, but unfortunately for him, Licorice Coke, by leaning on him all these past waves, he's got enough income to where he's able to get over 3,000 army value, which is the baseline of what you need in order to be able to hold this wave. But let's look at its unit composition. Can it hold even with over 3,000 value? Let's see. Oh, his auto units are falling. They're falling. They're gone. He's only got the Gravekeeper and the Aurora left, and those go down. Licorice Coke leaks 4, 2 Colossus, and 2 Broodlords, droning up to get more gas. He's fully investing into subcannons. He can invest into approved targeting as he wants. Looks like Drunken Puking just didn't do quite enough damage. Yeah, Licorice Coke is going to be able to invest as much as he wants into his SS, while Drunken Puking, on the other hand, does he have enough? He's got full subcannons and improved targeting. Looks like he will just barely be able to, but Licorice Coke will be able to hold it as well. And now Licorice Coke is quite far ahead. Even eco sending, and he's going to max out in eco in terms of workers. He may just opt to lean on Drunken Puking at this point. Just lean on him, go for the safe wave 31. Who has the better army value, which would be Licorice Coke. Since he has the higher income, he's getting more minerals per round. He's building more army. At that point, he doesn't need to worry about investing into his economy. And Drunken Puking will see this his eco sends by Licorice Coke. And while at this point he would want to send for one more gas bomb, he can't even hold wave 25. And he's investing all this into one gas bomb for 28, I believe, given his gas. No, it looks like he's going to go for 26. No, okay, he's just going for SS. Okay, so he's probably going to go for a wave 28 gas bomb. Hope that Lick won't be able to hold it, but oh, not enough gas for his SS. That's GG, guys. Licorice Coke is your winner of the Squad MVP Open and sweeping it 4-0.